Hello friends, welcome to C# Intermediate to Advanced tutorial. In this video, we are going to see how to send trace message to debug window. So this part we are going to see now. So first, these are all the videos. These are all the slides from our previous parts. First, we learned about the basics of application tracing. Then we learned about the example. The example that we are going to create. So what example we are going to create, that we learned. Now we will go to the first part. The first implementation. So this will be our app. So in this video, we will create our trace source. Then we will create our trace switch also. Then we will see how the trace message is delivered to debug output window. So after creating the trace source, we will use the method called trace information. So using this trace information, we will in the sense the application will make a call to trace information and send the messages, trace messages via the trace source, and we will see this will get delivered to the trace output. Here in the filter, we will say all message. That means whatever we write, that will go through the filter, and actually you won't see any message get filtered here. We will learn about the filter later, but still we create this trace switch, but we won't filter anything because we send all messages through this filter. But what you will see, once the trace information is written, it will be delivered to the debug output. So that's what we will see in this video. So to perform trace, we need to have system.diagnostics package. So first we will use that using statement in the form, and if you see here, this is our form class, and these codings are from our base in the sense the sample application will do some prime number calculation. And what is important is here we declare two members. One is a trace source and another one is a trace switch. These two comes from the namespace system.diagnostics. So from system.diagnostics, we are using trace source and trace switch. We just declare that. Then in our constructor, so this is our form name, and if you see in the constructor of the form name, after the initialize component and autolocals. So these are all the autolocals we wrote when we are learning about the debugging windows. So that time we wrote this just to study the autos and locals. Alright, now let's go back to this tracing. Here we just declared a two member, and in this case here we are creating the trace source as well as a trace switch, and we are just giving a name for the source and switch. So here I just provided a trace source and a trace switch, and in real world it will be our application name. Later, even in a DLL, if you want to refer a particular trace source, you can get it based on the name. But here for our example, we will just call it as a trace source, and the switch we will call it as a trace switch. So once this is done, if you see the trace switch. So this is the filter, right? So if you go for our previous slide, or if you scroll down the video to the left, you will see that the trace switch comes in between the trace source and trace listener destination. Trace source is actually attached to the application. So source you can imagine as a application, and listener is the output where the application is sending the trace information, and the trace switch comes in between. So that's what here we are using trace switch dot level equal to source levels. So this is the enumeration constant all. That means we want to filter all the messages. So we know that app trace source, then the filter, then it goes to the destination. So here we are setting level.al. So that's what you are seeing. Once this setup is done, finally we attach trace source dot switch equal to whatever switch we collected. So this is the trace source dot switch equal to trace switch, whatever we set up here. So this is the trace switch, and this one is the trace source. All right. So once this setup is done, we go to our already existing sum if prime. If you see here, there is a for loop running. In our form, we have provide some number here. Then there is a multi-line text box. Then here we click the get prime sum, right? So here if we typed 15, then each number 1 to 15, the numbers are taken one by one and examined whether it is prime or not. So here if you see, if it is prime, we are doing the prime sum. So this is where we want to put our trace message. That means for each prime number found, we want to send the trace information. So first here we are forming the string message, prime number detected #0, here I. So for each prime number, this is the message we are forming. Prime number detected 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, like I said, go. And if you see here, we are making call to trace information. So we are in the sense our application. So this application is making use of the trace source which is created here in this form itself. Usually it will be created even at a global level, application level or global level, so that the trace source will be available to the all form. So trace source dot trace information, that's the method we are calling, and we are passing this info. Then we are making call to trace source dot flush. So what happens now, the message will be flushed to our debug output window. So for each prime number found, we will see a message in the output window. On the debug output window, we will see the message. All right, now it's demo time. Let's go to the demo and start implementing this first stuff. So this sample is available in the previous 2 parts. So once you downloaded the sample, you can directly start editing it. So let's go to the top of the form file. Then we will use system.diagnostics. Then we will declare our trace source and trace switch as a class member. That means at a forum debug, the class level we are declaring it. So trace source and trace switch, we can see those as member. Then inside the constructor, we create our trace source and trace switch. So these codes are already explained in the slide, and you can also copy this code from the video description. So as already explained in the slide, if you see, we create a trace source and switch. We set the trace switch level as source level dot all, and you can see the other filters here. As already told, these are all the message type available, all critical error information. For now we will use all. Then this one, if you see trace source, we are attaching the trace source with a trace switch using the switch property of the trace source. So trace source contains a property called switch, and to that switch property we are assigning our trace switch. Now trace source and trace filter, that means a trace switch, both are assembled. Next we go to our prime sum function. Is prime. Okay, this is the is prime, and it will come here, it will return true or false. So we want to add our trace message here. So when a prime number is detected, we want to print that to the debug output window also. And as already explained in the slide, here we are forming the string. Trace source method is trace information. Then we are flashing it. Now let's run this. So if you see here, I kept output window ready. You can open your debug output window from this list: output, view, output, debug output. Alright, now let me run it. Here if you see output, we are clearing it. If output window is not displayed for you, say for example, so I closed the output window. If output window is not displayed, go to view, pick the output here, or sometimes it will be available in the other windows also. So now I'm choosing output, and then I am docking it to the already existing windows. I'm just moving it as a last tab. Alright, now let's go to the form. First I will give a number as 10, then let me click on get prime sum, and you can see our trace information is directed to prime number detected 1, 2, 3, 5. So this is the message we are writing, and this is coming from our trace source itself. Alright, now you got an idea of how the trace information is pushed to the default listener. Here the default listener is the debug output window, and the trace message is pushed to it. If you see here in this example, we just created trace source and switch. We doesn't create any listener. So here the default listener is our output window, and it got the trace messages are delivered to this output window. Let's clear this output window. We will go with a somewhat a bigger number. This time let me go for 1000. Then I'm choosing get prime sum. So you can see all these are flushed to our output window. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.